The Mirrlees Fields Action Group was set up in 2007 to protect the fields. The site was once home to playing fields and a golf course belonging to this factory. In 2000, the factory and the fields were bought by MAN Diesel. But by 2008, MAN began the demolition of the site. One of our first campaigns was to get new trees planted where the demolition team had destroyed a hedge and trees along the boundary of the factory. Here you can see the new trees. Early 2009 saw the council laying a new surface on the main track. We held our first event, which was a litter pick, and Great Moor School began the first of their several events. Behind this fence, MAN were planning new housing on the old factory site. MFAG commented on the plans, which would spell the end for this fine house. In 2011, the Woodsmore History Project was launched, which collected statements from local residents about the history of the site. In 2012, a new perimeter fence erected by MAN was highly contentious, and we had our noisiest AGM ever. The fence restricted access to 3 points where rights of way crossed the fields. In 2013, Richard Gardner from the Cheshire Wildlife Trust became an advocate of the fields. We held a series of events on the fields and at Hazel Grove Carnival. In 2014, Mr. Wayne Jones signed an agreement with CWT and a spatial plan was drawn up. We had the first of our enormously popular bat walks, and in 2014 and 15 we had 2 dog shows on the fields and also on the Georgians. By the end of 2015, the old factory was being demolished and Bramall House fell victim to the developers. It had no protection and so was lost forever. Thanks to some funding from the Stockport Hydro, we were able to tackle the path from Kinross, which had been extremely muddy. 2016 saw the planting of the community orchard. Later in the year we attended the allotments open day, and then the information boards, which were part funded by MAN and from our own funds, were erected at the entrance to the fields. With help from funding from the District Scouts, Stockport School and the Grammar School, we were able to install an orienteering course and have an orienteering map drawn. We also installed 2 new benches and in the winter began the health walks in association with local doctors' surgeries. 2018, Great Moor School funded the Eco Explorer Trail, and in the summer a sowing of the wild flower seeds event was very popular. On a very wet day, a dedicated band of volunteers built and installed 100 bird boxes. 4 sculptures were commissioned and made from cycle parts and erected in the fields. Unfortunately, these have been vandalised. In 2019, the new paths and benches were put in place. With the support of Cheshire Wildlife Trust, we had a dawn chorus walk and also a family event searching for insects and bugs called BioBlitz. That was followed by 2 successful bat walks. We did some work on the orchard, including a little bit of scything by yours truly, preparation for the wassail day when some much appreciated mulled wine was served. Then we were into the lockdown and the situation we faced in the spring of 2020. It was a beautiful spring and many people came onto the fields who had never been there before and experienced the beauty and the peacefulness of this beautiful green oasis. So this short history ends with some of Peter Wright's wonderful photos that have captured the unique beauty of this special place.